My 6-year-old little boy, Ben, and 4-year-old Sarah, they do not know anything yet. They don't know I'm going to prison for 3.5 years. They don't know anything yet. We don't want to worry them. So that's the biggest hump, is how do you tell them that Daddy's going away?
Matt is here with us, and he has a personal story to tell. Oftentimes we read statistics, we read about people who we really don't know, and I think Matt gives us a name and a face and really personalizes some of the fallout from gambling. So I'm really pleased that he would drive down here from Sydney to do this interview. And Matt, why don't we start by just letting you talk a little bit about your life before gambling, what you did, and what you did in Sydney, community service,
Okay.
and so on. And so the floor is yours.
I was very involved in my community. I served on the chamber board, agriculture committee. I was chairman of the 2007 Cattlemen's Ball. I was on the daycare board for 5 years, where my kids go. We have 100 kids there. I did about everything in the community that a bank executive should, and liked it. I enjoyed the community. I enjoyed Sydney. You felt like you could make a difference when you could do something, except for I had one problem, and that's gambling. Some people can resist that stuff. I couldn't. I had gambling's a moral failure, and I had it. I started working at Points West Bank in Sydney, Nebraska in 2001, and later part of 2003 or 4, I began, I guess you could say, stealing from the bank. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It has crippled my family, crippled my friends. My problem was discovered on August 15th of 2012, and I thought it was the worst day of my life. I contemplated suicide. I ran away from my wife and kids. The people, the casino hosts, and that's their job, is to get you there. And that's their job, to keep you coming there. And they do a very good job at it. It warps your mind. Gambling warps your mind. All of a sudden, because you think you can honestly win it back. You honestly think you can win it back because you've had those 1 or 2 good rolls, those 1 or 2 good pulls on the slot machine, that you think that the next big one's coming around. So that's how, when you form an addiction to gambling, you chase. You chase, you chase, you chase. Whether it be slot machines or what, you are there for that next, because you think, God, I can't keep going this way. And it does. I mean, it does. Accessibility is key in gambling. The more you can access. If we had a casino in western Nebraska, I would have been there every night at 1 o'clock in the morning till 3, and I would have told my wife I was working or doing something. Accessibility is key, and the more you folks let people have the ability to access gambling, the more families you're going to harm. It's a net drain on the economy, and I honestly believe you can prove that. I'm a living case of that. So,
Well, the whole industry is wired to eventually you're going to lose,
right.
And so it's a game that has no positive outcome. I would invite the senators to maybe take a walk through a casino at 2 o'clock in the morning and see who's there and check the ambience. It's almost like people are sleepwalking.
I think that the senators should do all they can not to expand gambling in any form, if not limit it. It doesn't benefit anybody, maybe a few select people. It does not, the benefits of gambling don't even compare to the losses that what families will incur, because the majority of the people you're taking the money from can't afford to give it away.
The people on the opposite side of the gambling issue do not stand to make any money. I make no money. Gambling with a Good Life does not benefit from gambling. Matt doesn't benefit, obviously, from his statement here. But the people who are proponents of gambling, I can assure you, consistently will profit. And so there's a huge profit motive for them. And there are many, many losers. And most of those losers will be the residents of the state of Nebraska. So we hope you'll do the right thing and curb gambling. and appreciate your taking time to view this video.